Welcome to IAS project. In this video, we will be talking about Neolithic Age. This will be our third video regarding Neolithic Age. Before we go into the lecture, I want to ask you a question. Consider the below pairs. On one side, Neolithic sites have been given, and on the other side, states or UT has been given. The question is, which of the above pairs is not correctly matched? You can pause this video, read the question, and then answer it. You will get the knowledge regarding this question in this video. Let's look at some of the important Neolithic sites in India. If we consider today's Pakistan, three sites are very important. The first one is Amri, which is located towards the south of Pakistan. And then Kot Diji and Mehergarh have been shown here. Please try to remember these three sites because we will be reading about these three sites again in Harappan culture. So these three sites are not only Neolithic sites, but later these are also connected with Harappan culture. Okay, these three are important sites in Pakistan. Now let's look at the important sites in India. In Kashmir, we have two sites. They are Burzahom and Gufkral. They can be seen over here. Both of these sites are very famous for dwelling pits. Dwelling pits are also called as pit houses. In these sites, we have also excavated graveyards of Neolithic Age people. The next important site is Chirand, which is located in Bihar. You can see Chirand over here. Chirand is very close to Patna city, which is the capital of Bihar. In Chirand, we have found evidence of many bone tools. The next site is Koldihwa, which is located near Belan Valley in Uttar Pradesh. You can see Koldihwa over here. Another important site in Uttar Pradesh is Mahadha. Mahadha is located close to river Ghagra. The most important Neolithic site in Uttar Pradesh is probably Mahagada. Mahagada is located close to the present day Prayagraj city. In Mahagada, we have found the earliest evidences of rice cultivation in India. Mahagada is located in the northern spurs of Vindhya mountains. This is very important from prelims point of view. So in the case of subcontinent, rice was probably first cultivated in Mahagada, which is in Uttar Pradesh. Next, we have some sites in Narmada Valley in Madhya Pradesh. However, these sites are not very important. In the case of South India, we have Neolithic Age sites south of the Godavari Valley. This is basically our Godavari river. In case of Neolithic sites near Godavari Valley, what Neolithic Age people did was they settled on the granite hills as well as plateaus which were near to river banks so that they can get both stone as well as water. In case of Karnataka, we have important sites like Maski, Brahmagiri, Hallur, Kodekal, Piklihal, Budihal and Tekkalkota. You don't have to remember the names of all these sites. However, the names of these sites have been given in the textbooks. Only for that reason I am mentioning all these sites here. Let me tell you from experience, once you start revising the material again and again, you will automatically remember all these sites. You don't have to put any additional effort for remembering the names of each site. Moreover, most of these names will be associated with other events in history also. Let me give you an example. Maski is associated with Ashoka also because Maski has an Ashokan inscription also. Similarly, if we look at Andhra Pradesh, Nagarjunakonda is associated with Buddhist stupas. So, most of the important sites you will be remembering in multiple places. Therefore, you don't need to mug up the places. So, try to build your confidence right now and don't be intimidated by the number of places that are shown here on this map. Okay, let's go forward. The next site is Utnur, which is located in Telangana. You can see Utnur over here. Nagarjunakonda is located in Andhra Pradesh near river Krishna over here. Payampalli in Tamil Nadu is over here. In case of Northeast India, Neolithic sites are located in Garo Hills in Meghalaya, in hills of Assam, as well as a place called Daojeli Heding, which is in Assam. You can see Daojeli Heding over here. In Daojeli Heding, we have found jadeite, which is basically a type of jade. Jade is a green colored precious stone. So these are some of the important Neolithic sites that are present in the subcontinent. Now let's talk about a few particular important Neolithic sites. The first one is Chirand, which is located in Bihar. Chirand lies west of the Patna city and it lies towards the north of Ganga. For example, if we consider this as Ganga river, Patna, let's say, lies over here. Then Gandak river joins Ganga near Patna. Ghagra also joins somewhere before Patna. And Son river also joins from the right bank like this. So Chirand is located somewhere over here. In Chirand, we have found considerable number of bone tools as well as tools that were made from antlers and horns, mainly from deer. So this is a very unique feature of Chirand. In Chirand, we have found a number of bone tools as well as tools that were made from antlers and horns. Please tell me what is the difference between antlers and horns in the comment section. Another important thing to observe here is that in Chirand, there were relatively very less number of stone tools. Usually in Neolithic sites, we find number of stone tools, and compared to these stone tools, other type of tools are very less. However, this is not the case in Chirand. In Chirand, we have found so many bone tools, but the number of stone tools that were found were very less. Moreover, in Chirand, we find continuous archaeological record right from Neolithic Age and then into Chalcolithic Age and further into Iron Age and right up to Pala dynasty, which belongs to the medieval Indian history. Pala dynasty was mainly a dynasty very important from the point of view of Eastern India, that is present day Bengal region. Pala dynasty ruled between 8th century Common Era to 12th century Common Era. We will talk about Pala dynasty later. So as we have seen here, Chirand is located close to the confluence of river Ganga with other rivers like Ghagra, Son and Gandak. Ghagra and Gandak are left bank tributaries of river Ganga, whereas Son river is the right bank tributary of river Ganga. And the Patna city, it lies on the confluence of Gandak with river Ganga. This is important from general knowledge point of view. In Chirand, we have found evidences of wheat, green gram means moong dal, barley, buffalo and ox bones and a lot of bone tools. So this is about Chirand Neolithic site which is located in Bihar. In Kashmir, we have two very important Neolithic sites. They are Burzahom and Gufkral. Burzahom means place of birch. What is birch? Birch is basically a type of deciduous tree and it grows in western Himalayas. For example, in the Kashmir region. Birch tree is not only important from the point of view of geography but also from the point of view of history, because the bark of the birch tree is white in color and this white colored bark has been used in the history for writing manuscripts. So birch bark has been used to write manuscripts because of its white color. Where is Burzahom located? Burzahom is located towards the northwest of Srinagar city. We have learned in our previous videos that in Kashmir, that is especially in Burzahom and Gufkral, Neolithic people lived in dwelling pits. Dwelling pits are also called as pit houses. And these dwelling pits were mainly by the side of lakes because water was also very important for Neolithic people. Moreover, Neolithic people in Burzahom also practiced fishing. That is why they were living by the side of the lakes. They did not build ordinary houses like mud and reed houses, but they built dwelling pits because the climate in Kashmir is very cold and dwelling pit houses are very suitable for cold climate. So what was the subsistence base of Neolithic people in Kashmir? Neolithic people in Burzahom mainly practiced agriculture, animal domestication, hunting of animals as well as fishing for their food. If we talk about agriculture and animal domestication, we found evidences of wheat and lentil. In our previous video, we have talked about what are lentils. Lentils are basically lens-shaped pulses. Lens shape is nothing but idli shape. In Burzahom, we have also found evidences of dog bones, cattle bones, sheep, goat and buffalo bones as well as number of pit houses have been found in Burzahom. We also found variety of pottery, stone tools as well as bone tools. But Neolithic people in Burzahom did not use microliths. So this is again a unique feature of Burzahom. One very unique discovery that was discovered in Burzahom was a man was buried along with his dog. We don't know why the person was buried with his dog, but such an excavation has been found. These type of questions are generally not asked in actual UPSC prelims examination. However, these type of questions are often asked in mock tests that are conducted by coaching institutes. So if you want, you can remember this fact. The other site was Gufkral. The name Gufkral means potter's cave. Therefore, it signifies that pottery has been found at Gufkral. Gufkral is located towards the southeast of Srinagar. So Burzahom and Gufkral are two very important Neolithic sites in Kashmir. Another very small information is given here. If we talk about Neolithic age sites in Upper Deccan, then evidences of Neolithic age settlements in Madhya Pradesh as well as in the tracts of Upper Deccan are very less. One reason for such absence of Neolithic settlements is probably the lack of types of stones that can be ground and polished. Because we know that in Neolithic age, people used polished, pecked and ground stone tools. So, if the local stone available in the Upper Deccan region and Madhya Pradesh region is not easily polishable or peckable or grindable, then such kind of area is obviously not suitable for developing a Neolithic settlement. So maybe this is one reason why Neolithic settlements are relatively very less in Madhya Pradesh as well as tracts of Upper Deccan. Let's look at some of the evidences that have been found so far in India from Neolithic sites. This table has been given in new NCERT. Therefore, it is very important. However, the amount of data given in the table is very high. You don't have to remember all this data. But I will tell you certain important data that can be remembered in this table. Now, if we talk about Mehergarh Neolithic site, we know that it is located in Pakistan. Particularly, Mehergarh is located very near to Bolan Pass. What is the difference between pass and valley? It is very simple. For example, let's say if this is mountain and a river is flowing here, this part is called as valley. So if you want to cross this mountain range, it is not easy to cross through the valley because in valley regions, rivers are very deep and the flow is very fast. That is why people choose to go over the mountain to the other side. And this route where they go over the mountain to the other side is called as pass. So this is a simple difference between pass and valley. So going back to Mehergarh Neolithic site, in Mehergarh Neolithic site, we have found wheat and barley. In our first Neolithic video, we have learnt that wheat and barley was commonly cultivated in Neolithic sites in northwestern parts of subcontinent. Therefore, obviously, Mehergarh would be having evidences of wheat and barley. And the other sites near Mehergarh also, for example, Amri and Kot Diji would also have wheat and barley. As for the remaining, sheep, goat, cattle were domesticated by almost all Neolithic people. So you don't have to remember these particularly. However, the unique discovery that was made at Mehergarh Neolithic site was burial of a man along with goats has been found. Now we don't know why the man was buried with goats, but such discovery has been made. So you have to remember this. The next site is Koldihwa in Uttar Pradesh. Again, in our first lecture on Neolithic age, we have learnt that within the Gangetic plain, rice was grown. Therefore, in Uttar Pradesh, evidence of finding rice is very common. So you don't have to remember this particularly again, because Neolithic site in Uttar Pradesh means rice would be there. And animal bones would be obviously found. You don't have to remember this. In Mahagada, we have found evidence of cattle. Again, no need to remember. Because cattle were domesticated in Neolithic age. So cattle bones would be found obviously in any Neolithic site. If we talk about Kashmir region, we have learnt in our first video that Kashmir region grew wheat as well as lentils. So you can remember this data. Other than that, in Burzahom, we have found evidence of dog, cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo and pit houses. Pit houses are very important. You must remember that Neolithic sites in Kashmir had pit houses. So whenever you hear both these sites from Neolithic age point of view, you have to associate them with pit houses as well as wheat and lentils. The other things are not very important. If we talk about Chirand, the unique feature of Chirand was it was having so many bone tools as well as tools made of antlers and horns. Other than this, wheat green gram meaning moong dal, barley, buffalo and ox bones. In case of Hallur in Karnataka, we have found millets. Again, millets were commonly grown in southern part of India in Neolithic age. Therefore, you will find that in all the South Indian sites, Hallur as well as Payampalli in Tamil Nadu here, millet would be there. Other than that, in Hallur, cattle, sheep, goat and pig bones are found. We know all these were domesticated by Neolithic people, so there is no need to remember them particularly in case of Hallur. You just remember that all these animals were domesticated by Neolithic people. In case of Payampalli, we have found evidence of black gram as well as other animals which were domesticated by all Neolithic people. Another important Neolithic site in northeastern India is Dahiya Heding. It is located in the Brahmaputra Valley in Assam. Here we have found mortars and pestles, jadeite, which is basically a green color precious stone. We also have found fossil wood as well as some pottery. So jadeite is very important feature as far as Dahiya Heding is considered. Let me ask you a general knowledge question. What is the color of all these stones? Ruby, emerald, sapphire, amethyst, topaz and carnelian. Please answer in the comment section what are the colors of all these precious stones. This is very important from the point of view of general knowledge. So these are some of the evidences that have been found in Neolithic sites in India. This table has been given in NCERT book. Therefore, you have to remember those things which I have circled here. So this lecture ends our Neolithic age. If you like this video, please subscribe to IAS Project as well as IAS Project Hindi. You can download this presentation and other notes on our Telegram channel, which is IAS Project. The link has been given in the description. Thank you.